Jet skis. Are we making remorse catching it?
So I isolated the issue. Let's hope it stops happening. I'm pretty sure it's the airport. It's the airport because I finger blasted the fuck out of AP and at a vertical speed and autopilot in KJFK and nothing happened. Multiple planes, different planes, just fucking clicking the AP and the VS. What's triggering the crash? So it's the runway or the airport. The general area has a bug. I'm a god. I'm a fucking. I'm like Jesus in the flesh. I'm like Jesus, but I'm not really Jesus. I'm more like Kanye West. But hold on, let's see. All right, so there is noise. We're gonna finish this flight. Like we're gonna do it. I definitely tested all the problems. All the problems that I just experienced are for they're technically like a learning experience. So if it ever crashes again, the solution if it ever crashes again, the solution is just fucking flying the fuck out of the airport because it's broken. Not to knock yourself out with it, but recognize that not all things are perfect and just take the fuck out. Leave the airport. Basically, the other side of this runway, apparently, if you press AP or VS, something happens. So, as a result, you just take off and don't fucking press VS or do none of it. Because others work, but this one doesn't. So, a reminder of fucking. What does it say there? Fucking hackers. You broke the game right here so that I wasted my time. You can suck a dick. Suck a fucking dick. There's no shame in sucking a fucking dick. You guys deserve a sucking dick. Hackers. Pieces of shit. Bang. Bang. It was just a runway. That's it. So I spent a little time dealing with that. And now we're going to take off for nothing. We're just going to take off. Oh, locked in. Start. Cancel this fucking flight. Start this flight. There we go. We are ready to go. I'm not even going to touch it because it's in a fucked up airport. So let's just get out of here and ignore the situation. I don't have anything again? What the fuck? There's no... I have to calibrate my joystick again? What the fuck? Why isn't it doing what's supposed to be doing? AP has it stuck on the ground? There we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Now that we're in the air, nothing should happen to the game while I'm in the air. So let's see why it was just the airport. The airport had a hole right there at the end, at the start of that runway. And I'm guessing it's probably a bug of many. So if you, my viewers, want to report this fucking bug, if you want to report the fucking bug, it's Cherry Hill in North Carolina. Yeah, there's actual hackers in my shit. I could hear them. I literally reinstalled the application, so it's a little buggy. A 118 wind? Like, what the fuck? They apparently have a speed brake still on. I gotta figure out how the fuck I did the speed brakes last time. But not fucking retract full. Stand full. speed brake's still on. I forgot how I did my fucking speed brakes right now. Stand 1. There we go. Stand 1, extend 1. Guessing. Retract the motherfucking speed brakes. Let's try to inverse it. Stand 4. This one is retract 4. Alright, down, extend 1. Just 1, right? I don't need that many. Just 1. And then retract 4. 1. I'm pretty sure that's how I had it. Stand 1, retract 4. Why the heck is my speed brake light not going out? Yeah, now the freaking iPad's super buggy. Wind's blowing me the fuck out. All the motherfucking things are broken. Everything was optimal as shit. Now this thing doesn't wanna. Pause it. Why the heck is it jumping down to 50? Why the fuck is it doing that? Why? Why is it doing that? I'm literally playing astronaut right now. But we're going to Canada. An hour to go. Skipping like a stone above the atmosphere. Let's look if we could do a stabilizer. Stab. Level wings. Down. I'm in my purple line. Just bounce like a horsey. Let's play around a little bit. You know, we can't see shit. Let's play around. Alright, so now we have like 168. 59 minutes. We'll catch on little speed. Freaking stars and shit. A bunch of FPS. So yeah, all that, I literally broke all my joysticks and all my bindings for the most part to recognize that it was a fucked up airport. Literally just a fucking fucked up airport. I uninstalled the iPad app. I did a bunch of things. Right. 50 minutes. We're talking. We're getting there. So I did saw 60. I saw 60 FPS with the OBS on. So it's pretty wild. My fix is likely universal. It's gonna be like Terror Destroyers 5K, Light Mod, Night Lights, all that. So you can get it like me and get all these stars like I did too. Look at all these stars. You don't get all these stars. And the stars are technically, the higher you go, the more you see. So in space, you would see a ton more and they're all white. Like the ones that are dim right now would turn literally super bright. And definitely, as you get close to the ground, the ones that stay on are the ones that are sort of like the little white.
shit to make a nigga think. Everything ain't always great. They tell me life gets rough. I just take it a smile. I done been through it all since the days of a child. Been the hell of a fight, still I'm just out here up, trying to give it my all. Shit got me fed up. I'm just riding, homie. I'm just riding. Shit, I'm just riding, homie. I'm just riding. Yeah, I'm just riding, homie. I'm just riding. Real talk. I'm just riding, homie. I'm just riding. Shake it. I want this song. Give a fuck about shit. Pardon my language. I'm just thinking out loud. These the hours of my strangest time. Trying to push it to. Put it much. Invisible setback in. Bubbles, that quality is in trouble. This shit tastes like menthol, so no sir. Not at all, I gotta have that activist that's muddy as a puddle. Straight up out of that Gucci seal, I need it in the double. And if this shit legit, then come on with it, I might pay double. But it better be that warm moon, that real oil. I'm just saying, man, please tell these boys stop playing with my drink. Stop playing with my drink. Stop playing with my drink.
Slab by County Code.
I took a sweat from the days I was going through. Niggas said that they gon' see me in the hood. Got me in the light, Billy Nicholas, let's see.
Redefine the future with a master's degree from St. Joseph's University in education, healthcare, computer science, criminal justice, and business. St. Joe's graduates are the modern leaders needed in our changing world. Flexible online classes are built for working professionals. Want to learn more? Register now for a live virtual info session and get started on your master's degree. Learn more at sju.edu/virtualinfo.
Birds chirping, fire crackling, burgers grilling. There's nothing better than entertaining in your own outdoor paradise. Bountiful Acres specializes in design and build services for landscaping, hardscaping, and aquatic features. With the legacy of custom, creative solutions for homeowners in Bucks County, you can be sure your project will be completed with excellence. Stop dreaming and start planning today. Schedule a consultation at bountifulacres.com.
Flexibility for all. A schedule made for you. Enroll now for fall session at Montgomery County Community College and secure the courses you need. With more than 100 programs ranging from business administration to biotechnology to liberal studies, you can start or continue your Montco momentum with us. Fall session starts September 1st, so apply today at mc3.edu/forall.
Shopping day.
That six is trying to
Shopping day.
What's his name?
Saturday. Saturday. Saturday.
Big shout out to Jake Paul for knocking the fuck out the MMA dude, bruh. Hey, Paul, look at me. Look at this face, bruh. Me, Mr. Beast, fucking all these guys from Union Square, bruh. The real legend from NYC, the people who are out there in the street, you know, like the well-known street personalities. You know, I know for a fact Mr. Beast and fucking Filthy Frank and a bunch of other super famous celebrities hung out within Union Square every day and night, bro. We give you like a mad props. I'm not there right now, haven't been there in a while, but I give you mad props for knocking that dude out. Just stick to your fucking game, run hard as fuck, protect your fucking neck. You gotta do a lot of neck. Now, neck. You won your second one by a knockout. You need to put a lot of pressure on that neck joint, so when you take a solid one to the base, including your forehead, the jerking motion doesn't happen. Because the jerking motion is what starts banging the brain in your skull, and you're gonna, you know, that's That's the start of getting knocked out. So you need a really strong neck, Jake Paul. Just focus on the neck, focus on hand speed, don't quit training. Basically behave that tomorrow you gotta fight again. That's it. And don't blow it on cocaine and hookers. That's the best advice I can give you, because right now with those tears, those crocodile tears that I saw right now a little bit, I haven't even seen the fight. These little crocodile tears you shared on the thing, like, oh my God, I won. I beat him on the second time. You know, you're shutting people up. You're definitely shutting people up, and you have like this, you have this Rocky vibe to you, you know, like, and it feels good when you win. You know, it really feels good. It could be a street fight. It could be a street fight in your defense, like you versus four, or it could be in the ring in there. When when you win, it feels really good, and use that to your advantage. You know, get cocky, start hitting people in the fucking ribs, start hitting people in the sides of the body. Just start butchering them real good. You know, once you hit them and they sense that fear from you, Jake Paul, like once you're in there and that person all of a sudden gets afraid of you, like that, like just like whoa, you just go in, you know, turn to murder mittens, light up them murder mittens and start hitting people in the center of the forehead, in the side of the lobe, in the ribs, in the side area of the body multiple times, and just don't quit, you know, basically. And you gotta consume a lot. Like, you should be training Jake Paul by now every day. Like, if you're really looking to pursue this, I would suggest 15 minutes of everything for the next 8 months. You know, like, and this will get your body into another level, meaning, you know, any other boxer, this message could be sent to like Jake Paul or anyone else. 15 minutes of jump rope, 15 minutes of hitting the sack, 15 minutes of push-ups, 15 minutes of pull-ups, 15 minutes of ghost fighting, looking at yourself in the mirror, imitating your moves, keeping your chin down, you know, but like a ball. Practice lowering your chin a lot more than usual, like lower your chin and protect your chin at all costs. And 15 minutes of everything. The pull-up bar, the specific pull-up bar that you're looking for must be thin, that you can grip your hands around it. A really thick pull-up bar is going to suck. You're not going to like a pull-up bar like that. You need to look for this specific location out there, wherever the fuck you're going to train, or within a trainer that has a really thin pull-up bar, like this thin, made of iron. Very thin pull-up bar, and then there you're going to do your 15 minutes straight of pull-up. You're going to look for like a pail of paint or whatever. You're going to do like this, on the front, on the back, on the sides. You're going to do full crosses, you know, like elevate yourself to the back, full crosses, you know, at the shoulder line, come down and just hang there. Practice on your grip strength and just hang there like that. 15 minutes of everything every day in your body. Right now, I'm pretty sure you don't feel so good about your body right now. I'm pretty sure right now Jake Paul doesn't feel that good. I mean, he's training or whatever, but he is not physically ready. He hasn't looked at himself and said, holy shit, this is me now. And for you to recognize that, holy shit, this is me now, it's going to take a while. You're going to need like a whole year of your life. You know, a whole year of your life every day at 10 a.m. in the morning until 11 o'clock at night with music. That's how you get to that level. You know, like for them, for the really good ones, don't need that type of training because it's been a whole life of it. You know, Jake Paul's just sort of getting started, so he needs to allocate triple the amount of time that he's training right now, triple, and make it sort of like his life. Like, you can sort of focus on blogs or whatever, or if he has a job and all that, you know, the rest of the other shit that he might do. But if he applies, he's gonna get the attention. You know, like if he applies the 8 months straight every day, 10 a.m. in the morning in there, drinking, partying, smoking cannabis, maybe like twice a week or whatever. Because I know Jake is gonna party. Jake is not gonna be some Jake is not some kid that's gonna be like some straight edge or some shit. You could tell on him that he's already smoking cannabis. He's doing certain things. So 2 days a week that he's gonna out there and party, whatever, do whatever the fuck he does as a celebrity or whatever. But the rest of that same day, the next day after that day, he has to be inside that gym, and that's how you get to that level. That's how your whole body, you wake up something else. Even though right now they might be pushing him in the correct direction, but he doesn't have Freddie Roach. He doesn't have Freddie Roach. He doesn't have a good background that we could say this motherfucker has fought his whole life, like that. He doesn't have that, but eventually, he could do it. He could culture that. He could culture that second win, that hype, that money that he's making, and just go to the gym. That's the best advice. Just don't slack on this shit. You got to be there every day. It's something that and I don't fight. If I had a gym that would be walking distance to, I'd probably be there. A boxing gym like that with like laid out gloves, speed bag, sack, pull up bar, jump rope, a ring, people practicing or whatever. I'd be there every day. I would be there I would finish here and I would go there. And I'd probably come back, sit down, eat something, eat, and then come here and like play video games or whatever. So, Jake won twice. It wasn't luck. He shed crocodile tears. He hasn't seen his body potential yet. He's sort of getting there. His brain isn't like, oh my god, my body's fucking amazing yet. But that takes years. And you have to get him there now, because he's probably going to fight again. So you have to get that body now. You need that body now, and just open up. Once those people start fearing you, man, Logan, anyone else out there that's boxing, they start feeling you, like, you start feeling them in there, and they go like, oh shit hurt. You recognize that shit hurting on them, you just fucking abuse them. Pulverize them. Don't get too cocky to get hit, but just go in there and pulverize them. Just keep, moving to the left hand. Then just keep avoiding the area, making them overextend the arm a little out from the hand that they hit the hardest. So if they're southpaw or whatever, you gotta avoid the left hand. You gotta avoid the left hand at all costs, so you're moving a lot to the left. You're moving a lot to the right and trying to avoid the person's hand in such a way that the person you don't have the entire slingshot of the fist in your face when you do it. It's easier to explain to me, like, let's say I'm fighting like this, and it's like an orthodox, but it has a really strong left, because I felt it already. I'm looking to move to the left of him, so that the left doesn't hit me. Like, basically, if we're like this, and this is his hard hand, you want to move like here, and you want to hit him in the torso, or you just want to, you're rotating away from the person at that instant. It's a science. I love boxing. Boxing is something that I appreciate a lot. I've met really important boxers in my life, and even though I didn't fight, I didn't pay, how do you call it? I wasn't elevated by my peers or my family to fight like other kids have. The privileges. The kids who had a lot of privileges and actually fought for rings and shit. But the time that I did apply to it, recognizing that these fucking boxers and Camacho was like in my crib and shit, or in my grandmother's house, and all the good things that have happened to me in my life thanks to boxing, I appreciate that. I remember all my trainers. I remember everything. I don't remember if I fought, and if I fought for a belt, for the ICB or for the for whoever fucking company from the belts, and I don't remember it's because they fucking drug the shit out of me and I beat someone up. Boxers don't remember shit when it comes to that shit. If they really want to make you fight, if you're an excellent fighter and you wake up all of a sudden with two black eyes or something like that, for a fact you fought, and that's it. That seemed people got rich, they pocketed their money, and you did what you had to do. Like fucking both eyeballs like this, all black and shit. That's how it's done. So, I definitely appreciate all my trainers. I appreciate Ed Spartan. I appreciate Tito from Tito's Gym. I appreciate Los Contreras, or another fucking trainer, and another fucking trainer from Magic West too. I remember that guy, and the Camacho family, and all those people. I know the people since I was really young. Camacho died. He got shot. They shot him by mistake in the neck. I loved Camacho. I loved Macho Camacho since I was a kid. And Macho Camacho used to come to my fucking grandmother's house. And I loved him more just for the fact that he was on TV. It's in Puerto Rican television, sort of. When I was a little younger, they used to repeat certain fights. They used to play certain fights on Saturdays or whatever. And Macho Camacho's fights, several of his fights were repeated consistently. I was like 8 years old. Like 8 or 9 years old, and fucking Macho used to come to my grandma's house and like eat, go to the bathroom, stay with my grandma, say hello to me. Macho Camacho used to be like, "Hey, do you fight?" I was like, "Hey, do you fight?" "Yeah, fight." "But yeah, W?" Like that, it's like that. I don't know. Fucking my little raps on and shit, playing little kid with little raps. I did my shit. I earned my share, I earned my share of experience and being around dudes that actually did it. So for Jake, he just needs to go, he needs to start loving his body so that he fucking loves his body so much that he becomes an animal, like he's just like, like you look at yourself in the morning, you wake up and you're fucking ripped. And I've been ripped before. I've been ripped in different types. I've been, from the ocean, surfing massive fucking waves, 20-foot fucking waves and shit. Boxing ripped the fuck out of me. The army ripped the fuck out of me. Skateboarding turned me into a different type of animal. All these physical activities to me have shaped my body in some way. But out of the most extreme, surfing or bodyboarding every day, brown, very skinny, very low fat content in the body, and boxing, which is just a bunch of muscle, extreme definition everywhere. And Jake could do that. All he needs to do is just wake up in the morning and be like, "What's up? We're going to do it. We're going to the gym right now. All right, fuck it. Are we going to be in the gym?" So just imagine me at Jake Paul. We're going to be in the gym from 10 fucking a.m. until 10:30 at night. At night. We're going to go through cycles, like heat cycles, meaning your body's going to sweat a little bit, it's going to be a little colder, and you're going to continue practicing, like speed bag, your body's going to burn up a little bit, it's going to heat. You're going to, it's going to be pretty unique. It's a unique process. 8 months of every day continues, it's definitely unique. And then the days you got to run, they're going to run like 2-3 miles, or we're going to run like uphill, do some stupid shit, like fucking run. Come back to the gym and train, party, drink. You know what's up. Drink fucking alcohol or free alcohol or freaking, how do you call it? Open bar. There used to be, when I used to fight, there used to be open bars on Thursday, so you bring like a lady and you get paid. She gets free drinks, so you literally just piggyback her drink. You literally tell her, "Hey, give me a drink." And she gets you a drink, and you have like her drink, and she go gets another one. So it's fucking free alcohol if you have a girlfriend, plus your own beer. So you're holding like a Heineken in one hand and a drink from whoever the fuck you brought there. My youth was pretty intense. I definitely enjoyed that shit. So for Paul, he just needs to start loving his body. And as he loves his body, he is going to shed fat like a motherfucker. Like, he's huge. I know for a fact Jake is huge, but as he tones down, he's going to get faster, he's going to hit harder, and he just has to start putting that fear on him. That when it's like, when you go in the ring to fight someone, and they're like your mother, and they're hitting you like your mother. Like, they're not hitting you with intent to, like, kill you. They're hitting you like if you're trying to evade someone that's trying to beat you up, that you know for a fact that does nothing. It still does something if it catches you, like a scrape or a scuff or whatever. But you have like you have that spidey sense, that tingle. You have that spidey sense, that tingle in your body, that freaking. How many more miles do I have? I'm 54. freaking 36. Then you get in the ring, or someone hits you, and you know for a fact they ain't doing shit. And that's like, that's your gate, that's the key. You know, like you're going in there, you're about to fight to some extent, and if they're basically not hurting you, you could hurt. You could hurt a lot, big time. You know, you could take advantage of someone who doesn't hurt. And you could tell how Jake found, I don't know, maybe Jake was lucky for trying not to get hit, which is smart, by trying to end it fast, but that's the logic. You get in there after you're super trained, after you move up like that, and some of them are not going to hit. So you take advantage of those that don't hit, and you start hitting them in the body a lot. Like, not a little bit, in the body a lot, in the arms. There's specific areas in the arms that you hit so that their arms become useless. They're sitting there moving back because their arm hurt. You know, literally. Like, you hit them really hard in their arm. Like, bam, oh shit. That person has a fucked up arm now. You know? For a little bit. Maybe that arm will come back, but if you hit hard enough in certain areas of the body, they don't come back. You know? I definitely enjoyed my boxing years. My boxing years were amazing. I gave it a lot of time. A lot of time. That's what makes me good in everything I did. Basically, when I wanted to pursue something, when I wanted to do something, time was what made me good as hell. Time. Nothing else. I didn't know I could make this smaller. Time was what made me smart. Well, time was what made me better. Everything that I did in my life was just basically more time. The last time I boxed, I had the speed bag, I think my fastest. The last time. The fastest I ever hit a speed bag, ever, was probably the last time I boxed, and that was like 2012. That was like April, that was like February of 2012. Like that. Yeah, like some January, February of 2012. I was training in Brooklyn, in the base of Brooklyn, New Jersey. No, Brooklyn, New York. I was in Fort Hamilton, and fucking Mike Tyson came into the gym and everything. Mike Tyson took the speed bag from me and dropped it at the counter, and then followed me to the corner shop where I got beer, and he got the same beer that I got. And now Mike won, so all of that Everlast is basically Mike Tyson. All these brands are basically Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is back. You know, it's a good sign. Boxing is sort of healthy, and now Jay could probably put it into place if he doesn't fall for like that money thing or whatever, and then fails miserably. If he takes it up for boxing, it's gonna be good. There's a Rocky essence to him. He's gonna go out there and he's not gonna want to fucking fight, you know. He's not gonna want to fight like regular people. He's gonna want to fight like bullies. They fucking bullies and shit. All he has to do is just train. That's it. Wake up in the morning, eat a massive fucking breakfast, go to the gym, and box all fucking day. Get in there, 15 minutes of fucking jump rope. Like coming in at 10 a.m. in the morning to jump, 15 minutes of jump rope. Until you get there and you're like a fucking nasty tempo. 8th month, the 8th, you're gonna have the professionals with you, which is what happened to me. You know, I'm not saying that it's gonna happen to you, but 7th, 5th month, the 5th month of going every day, people are gonna start coming by. Or at least in my case, people are gonna start coming by and checking the shit out. You know, like what's up? Like, oh my goodness, who's this off Floyd Mayweather? Oh Jesus Christ, what are you doing here? And, oh my goodness, and Manny Pacquiao's with him. holding the Bible. Jesus Christ. I know. Life has been good to me. Next morning, get there 10 a.m. Freaking Floyd in the ring. What the fuck is doing Floyd in my gym? What the fuck is Floyd Mayweather doing in my gym? Fuck it, let's jump rope. You know? What the fuck is this guy doing? That's how life is for me. What the fuck is this guy doing here? Kodo, the same shit. I was younger when Kodo arrived though. The first time I've been around Kodo, within the projects, housing projects, that he just appeared, he still had the pro and he only had like one tattoo. We were just chilling at a baseball park bleachers, just chilling out there, relaxing. And then we moved to another wall, and they almost killed us. Me and Miguel Cotto almost got killed because someone within the fucking projects or whatever had a gun, and he stood in front of us and shot on the ground. I don't know what the fuck. They probably wanted him to go or something like that. Because in Puerto Rico, boxers are considered dangerous people. You know? Especially to fucking weaklings or people who deal drugs. They're basically skeletons that don't do anything physical, that need like guns to defend themselves. Boxers, people that need guns to defend themselves, are dangerous because we are literally packs. It's a big wolf pack. You know, a real boxing gym, not like kids, adults within it. It's like a wolf pack. You know, you go in there and you know exactly what you go in there for. You don't go in there to play around. You don't go in there to show off. You don't go in there to none of that. You go in there to move your body in specific ways. You know, like your arms become like a weapon or something like that. And the drug dealers in PR, they don't like them. They killed Macho Camacho. Macho Camacho was a fucking super fucking a guy that I knew personally since I was a baby. That was extremely important to boxing, to Puerto Rican boxing in general. So there's no respect for boxers in PR. And if I had a gym here, I'd probably go. I probably spent the whole, if it's free, oh my goodness, could you imagine a boxing gym free? I would actually cook rice and beans and meat every day. I would cook. I don't cook now, but if I need to box, I wouldn't be fucking eating microwavable shit, that's for sure. I'd be cooking to go to the gym. Like doing the schoolwork or whatever, coming back, kitchen is on flames. Everything is ready to go. So for Jake, all Jake needs to do is train like a motherfucker 8 months of his life. I'm pretty sure he's training good now. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty sure they got him into this media shit, media hype shit, or this design that MMA people have and boxing people have, and that isn't that. A real boxer doesn't do none of that shit. You know, because society has a design. InfoWars and Alex Jones said something that, you know, that strikes out in this comment. Society is designed to give you groups and assign leaders of those groups so that you feel welcome and like you feel that you belong to something and you feel powerful. And those groups are precisely the groups that Jake is currently in. Jake Paul, the boxing kind. Nutritionists, trainers, physical therapists, boxing trainers. And that shit isn't about that. Boxing itself isn't about that shit. You know, like that's one way. That's their way of, you know, of protecting their resources, you know. You gotta go. That's their way of protecting the merchandise, which is Logan. The real way is you. You don't need none of that shit. Literally. You literally don't need none of that shit. And you just fight every day. Every single day. You don't need nothing. Oh, that's my airport right there. Awesome, I made it. I made it. So, they haven't surrounded with that media shit, that training shit, that sponsor shit, that bullshit. And that shit isn't what's gonna make him into what he wants to be. He basically needs to make it. He needs to do it without none of that, and then you'll have the single-handed, world-changing hits, or give someone Parkinson's from a blow later on in their life. Because that's what you technically designed for. You basically make yourself a fucking weapon when you're like that. Literally, you make yourself a fucking weapon. Like, you put yourself in a position that you're going to hit something for a long time. Your body's going to start slowly releasing, destroying old memory and creating new muscle memory designed to do something specific. Your muscles from maybe lifting or doing repetitive motion become slingshots. Become like a crossbows. Become something that's way more reflective, and it's something else. After a period of it's like a transition. You're going from like, yeah, I'm fighting. 3 months, I'm fighting every day. Mixed with everything. Your life is it now. Food or whatever. You're it. 3 months. 8 months. Boom, 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 boom. You're hitting power shots through the whole way. Go for power the whole way. Or you just playing around, horsing around, and hitting it as hard as you can. While like professionals looking at you, and shit goes like pow, pow, like really loud. And they fucking sitting there grinning at you. I'm like, yeah, I hit hard. I know I hit hard. I hit really hard. Like I could sock them to speed and try to focus the blow more. Instead of focusing the blow on noise, focusing the blow on follow through. So you start hitting deeper in the bag. Like you start feeling your fist enter deeper in the bag. Like it's once you take time like that, you take time to approach anything. Like that. You're going to give not your life to it, but at least a year of your life. Everything that I've done, that I've excelled in, has taken years. It's not like I'm going to wake up and I'm going to fucking do this shit. I'm going to be the best tomorrow when I wake up. That's not how it works. You got to box a whole year. You got to bodyboard or ride waves. Fucking 10 years of your life. You got to skateboard 5 years of your life straight to get to a particular caliber. I'm curious, where the fuck is this runway? Where the fuck is the runway? Oh, I see it. everything that I've done that I've gotten really good at, it's just time. A lot of fucking time. A lot of fucking time. None else than time itself. Oh, Jake needs 8 months with a friend that's gonna fight with him every day. We're gonna hit the bag every fucking day. We're gonna do the same exact thing for this amount of time. And by the time that we're through, you're gonna be feared by a bunch of heads. You're gonna be like, nah. Approach. It's gonna be to some extent in his life. 8 months, my style. Woo. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna move the person's hands from their face. Like the person's gonna be looking to block himself from the blows, and those hands are gonna come out the way. You're gonna literally use one fist to move the hands out of the face and then hit them with the other. After a substantial amount of time, just pulverizing the sack, sitting the sack, and more, and more, and more, every day. Wake up, hit the sack. Or the 15-minute routine. 15 minutes of everything. That's Tito's theory. That was Tito's way. Old Tito. Really old and fat Tito. It's 15 minutes of everything every day. Why? Fuck. If I fail this landing, I'm gonna be so sad. Holy shit, no landing gear.
Yo,
17.
yo,
I didn't have landing gear before. What the fuck happened?
yo.
Money. Alright, let's see if I break the game by clicking a bunch of AP on the ground with the break on. Let's see. Nope. Yes. Nope. It's just the airport. Thank God. Thank God. And I made my money, which is what matters. There we go. 256. Alright, so yeah, Jake won twice. That's the best news. You know, that shows that Joes can make it, people like me can make it. Although I'm not one of them. I'm definitely not a Jake Paul. Definitely someone else, a little bit more specialized. And but he has the wins, which the hype and the wins, which add to his. But his body's not perfect yet, and you could tell him. You could tell by I've seen like several of the pictures of him sparring. There's still a lot of body. There's still a lot of fat in that flesh. A lot of fat in that flesh, like a lot. So, and he could get seriously ripped if he focuses on it without that fucking specialized bullshit. The specialized bullshit is basically to make pansies, to make cookie cut personalities or whatever. Fucking the bullshit that they do in those games, fucking holding the fucking ropes and moving the ropes, flipping tires, all that bullshit. That's not it. Yeah. That's not it. What does Floyd Mayweather do? If he wants to runs like 16 fucking miles flat, which is the advantage of people that live near mountainous areas. That's a major plus. If you have hills, Beverly Hills, Sonoma, California, hills, LA, which is all fucking hills, you have an advantage over someone like Floyd, who probably lives in like Nevada or Vegas or some shit like that. And he's gonna run 16, but he's gonna run 16 like Miami, Florida, flatter than a pancake for 16 miles. And what else does Floyd do? Go to the gym. That's it. Doesn't need no fucking sissy crazy fucking made for girls type training. And like, I mean, it's okay. drinking shakes, going to these sissy gyms, doing these sissy exercises. Might get him somewhere, but he's not training with Paul Roach. And Paul Roach has fucking handshakes. He has Parkinson's and likely pugilism dementia. Roach, you know, the fucking Manny Pacquiao's trainer. That's a shaking hand. He has that illness, which is basically the illness of people that have fought. It's that paired with dementia, like forgetting about things and Alzheimer's and shit, obviously because you've been hit in the head a lot. So you develop these illnesses. So Jake has to wake up, get in this fucking car at 9 a.m., get to the gym at 10, and don't leave the fucking gym until 11. Party twice a week. Twice a week you can consume alcohol in ignorant amounts. You could get shit-faced 2 days a week. 2. Smoke cannabis and smoke. As long as the next day he's in that gym. So, 1 day a week, party hard or whatever, in the gym the next. And he's gonna slowly realize that his body is the key. The key to everything is basically his self. And he has to look at himself and go, oh my God, who am I now? And I've gone through that in all types of sports, not just one. I'm fat as hell now. I got like belly fat. I got belly fat, but you can still see my abs through my belly fat. So those are muscles that are never going away, ever. Even if I try to lose my ab muscles, they'll still be there. I'll still have the abs there, full of fat. Between the ridges fat, lots of belly fat around the bottom. Obviously, I've been sitting down for like 9 years straight. I've been sitting down for 9 years. So, just to feel that, the power of himself, just look at himself like, damn, I'm good now. Try to avoid that media shit or that media training shit. Try to avoid shakes. Eat like a normal person would, or more, and a lot more. Burn. You know, like you're basically eating whatever the fuck you want, but you're spending. You're burning 5,000 calories a day, you know, or more. So that's the idea. You're likely gonna end up in a deficit. Eating like a motherfucker every day. You know, you're not gonna have food. No fucking food if you got there at 10 a.m. No food. You're gonna come home and eat at 10 at night. Have breakfast. Train like a motherfucker. Come back and consume the world. The world. Just eat everything and come back to train. He should be alright. He just needs to refine his shell. The fucking media shit isn't gonna give him his shell. The media shit, that sissy shit, that industry Lolita shit, that's not training. That's what the people that think that are elite think is training, or the people with a lot of background, a lot of, you know, like a lot of protection, a lot of name, a lot of ego, a lot of pride, a lot of vanity, all that shit. That shit, isn't it? It's just him and the gym. The boxing gym. Not like the weights gym or whatever. Him and the boxing gym. That relationship with him and it will be what sets him apart. Floyd Mayweather, he's a little older than me, has probably fought and beaten over 25,000 men. That's a ballpark estimate of the people that he has trained with and fought with. Estimate in his entire life since he was 18, adding to why Floyd Mayweather is that good. Because you basically fed him since Floyd was little. All they did was feed him fights. You know, not amateur fights, but like sparring. Tons of sparring in which you could develop the movements over time and get hit in the face and not feel shit. Not feel shit. You cover your face is covered or not, even without the fucking thing. It's in it. It's another human, like you technically know how to hit someone the same way, and the objects or the targets are moving differently. They're different people. And that's what Floyd had. Or probably still has. He's probably still sparring kids in there and sparring adults and basically challenging anyone to go in there and hit him. And that attitude is what basically got him to fucking infinite. Infinite talent. Because he had a lot of people. He fought a lot of heads. 25,000 easily that he fought with. At least. You're talking about 10 a day. Go in there. They're going to give him like 2 or 3. His uncle, R.I.P., his dad, all those people in there. It's basically a person that you're feeding him people to fight. And Logan needs to find that. He needs to find people that are going to feed him people to fight. And that's not easy. You have to be Floyd Mayweather to have 25,000 spars in your lifetime. Whether it was children, some granny, some blonde, some expert, some celebrity, some challenger, some dude off the sidewalk. Whoever the fuck entered his gym to fight him inside that ring, that's what Logan needs. He needs that thing, that experience. Regardless if it's easy, regardless if you're sitting there and this person is easy, you're sort of developing the muscle movements to avoid shit. It's hard. It's hard getting people to fight with you. You don't find that easily. Floyd was lucky. He had the lifestyle to be able to do that. Not all of them had it like Floyd. Trust me. Floyd has a lot of fights. Floyd fought his whole entire life and never got hit. Or for the most part, did get hit because we've seen him suffer. We've seen him suffer a couple times. We definitely seen him suffer a couple times, but he won all of them. He basically, if I would have been a gambler and I would have bet on Floyd Mayweather, knowing that he was going to win for 50 times, I'm pretty sure the real gamblers in the world, within the people who actually gamble in boxing, made billions or even trillions with Floyd Mayweather because of that. Because they knew that he was going to win, that he was going to apply the sauce. He was going to apply the sauce. He was going to do the same exact fucking thing he always does with 25,000 people. Don't fucking hit me, I hate you. Don't fucking hit me, I hate you. I hate you, I hate you. Don't fucking hit, I hate you. No, don't hit. No, you can't hit me, I hate you. That bullshit. And he won, everyone. Floyd wasn't the type of individual that was gonna go in there and fucking hit you. And Logan fucking challenging Floyd is just a fucking walk in the park for Floyd. I mean, I would take the knee for Floyd. I'd be like, nah, man, I'm done. You punished me enough. I just take the knee, just like Cotto did. Just like, yep, I'm done. I don't want to get hit no more from you. Because Floyd is not a bully, but he knows what he's doing. And he's so quick, and he's so small, and he's everything. He's It's basically the hardest target of your life. Like, you're fighting someone that's apparently your own weight with Floyd Mayweather, yet you can't fucking hit him. Like, you fucking see Logan. Logan's like a cruiserweight. Big, burly, thick, big pectorals, big legs, big arms, big long. I've seen a couple pictures. Big, long, you know, like, could swing an arm and hit you down there. You know, hit you wherever the fuck he wants to hit you with them long arms and shit. And then you see Floyd, and Floyd is like this skinny, big ass head. Sometimes he looks smaller than me. Sometimes he looks taller than me, but not bigger than me. A really thin torso. A nearly fucking waist 29, waist 28, waist 28 inches. 28 waist. Floyd is really small. And that's what fights at 155. That's it. Like, you're gonna get hit. It's like fighting a really fast fighter, but it's big. You know, that's basically that's how it goes. That's how it feels like. It feels like the action of a featherweight fight. You know how featherweights or these new kids on the block, that are young and really skinny and kid-like. You know, they look like children. They're boxers. They're getting mature, like 25, 26, but their bodies featherweight. They're skinny or whatever, and usually, you know, like featherweight fights, there's a lot more punches thrown. They're really fast. They're really agile. That's Floyd at another pay grade. You know, really, really vicious, really fast. You're not gonna hit the guy. You wish you could hit the guy. You wish, but you're not gonna hit him. You're gonna hit him when he lets you hit him, or when you get close enough to hit him. And that's it. So it's a challenge. You have to basically get beat before you get points. You're gonna get beat before you get one. Like a solid one that he feels it, like, and he hit. Takes a while. I definitely enjoyed boxing a lot. I enjoyed it. It became a part of my life for a little bit. It was like an escape. And people hate that. When you find those escapes, you want to focus on something that lets your mind be free and express it. Start hating you for it really bad. Hating you or fearing you. Yeah, that motherfucker toxic, dangerous motherfucker now. Look at that man's body. Oh my God, he's gonna kill me. You know, can't do anything to them like that. That's how people start perceiving you. And you and me like a cupcake. Cake. Fruit. Be nice as hell. People start painting you as a bad person or whatever when you're really soft as hell. You've been hard, but you're really like soft as hell inside. You're like Dragon Ball Z. You know, cartoon. And then people think we're like murderers and shit. Or butchers. We're butchers. We like to pulverize people's faces and shit. So yeah, I'm gonna shut down the stream. I'm sitting here packing. I'm pretty sure you can still hear my voice. So here, putting all my stuff away. Peace. Logan Paul won.